The long, harsh winter in Yellowstone finally begins to retreat. Sunlight lingers longer each day, coaxing life from the frozen land. Snow recedes, revealing the dark, damp earth beneath. The air loses its frost, now carrying a hint of moisture. Rivers and streams, once silenced by ice, begin to murmur. Trickles of meltwater join, growing into brooks. The sound of moving water becomes a constant companion. Ice floes break apart on the lakes, shimmering under the sun. The landscape, stark for months, prepares for a vibrant explosion of color. Animals, hidden during the coldest months, sense the change. The subtle cues are everywhere. The softening ground, the longer daylight. For them, spring is a signal for survival. The park's geothermal features have provided warmth throughout winter. Now their steam mingles with the cool spring air. Each day, the snowline creeps further up the mountainsides. The valleys prepare to welcome back their diverse inhabitants. Yellowstone is on the cusp of a magnificent resurgence. As the valleys shed their winter cloak, Yellowstone's mammals begin to stir. Elk, which sought shelter in lower elevations, become more visible. They move with renewed energy, drawn to the first tender shoots of grass. Herds gather in open meadows, their reddish-brown coats distinct against the emerging green. Mule deer and white-tailed deer also venture out, cautious yet driven by the need for fresh forage. Pronghorn, the fastest land animals in North America, test their speed across the plains. Ground squirrels and marmots emerge from hibernation, busily searching for food. Beavers become more active, repairing their dams and lodges. The entire mammalian community seems to reawaken, each species playing its part in the springtime revival. Coyotes and foxes are often seen trotting along valley floors, searching for rodents or winter-killed carcasses. The increased activity of prey species means more hunting opportunities. Wolves patrol their territories, often following the migrating elk herds. Spring brings a shift in their hunting strategies as the snow cover diminishes. The interconnectedness of predator and prey is vividly displayed during this season. This is a crucial time for replenishing reserves. Yellowstone's mammals embrace the opportunities and challenges of spring. Spring in Yellowstone is not just seen, it is heard. The air fills with a chorus of birdsong, a vibrant announcement of the changing season. The American robin, a familiar harbinger of spring, is among the early arrivals. Mountain bluebirds with their striking azure plumage add flashes of brilliant color to the landscape. Ospreys return to their massive stick nests, often perched atop dead trees or rock pinnacles near rivers and lakes. Sandhill cranes also make their way back to Yellowstone's wetlands. Their resonant, trumpeting calls echo across the marshes and meadows. The park's numerous lakes and rivers become bustling hubs for waterfowl. Ducks of many kinds arrive in great numbers, resting and feeding on the newly opened waters. Canada geese, often seen in pairs, search for suitable nesting sites along the shorelines. Yellowstone's forests also welcome back their migratory songbirds. Warblers, vireos, and flycatchers flit through the budding trees, their diverse songs creating a rich tapestry of sound. Their return signifies the completeness of spring's arrival, transforming Yellowstone into a vibrant, sonorous haven. Spring is profoundly significant for wildlife. It is the season of birth and renewal. Across Yellowstone's vast landscapes, a new generation takes its first tentative steps. Bison calves, affectionately known as red dogs, are a common sight. They stay close to their mothers, learning to navigate the world. Elk cows give birth in secluded spots, their calves camouflaged by spotted coats. Bear cubs, born during the winter in the safety of their dens, emerge with their mothers in spring. Grizzly and black bear sows are fiercely protective of their small, curious cubs. The young bears learn vital survival skills by observing and imitating their mother. For many species, spring is a race against time. The young must grow quickly and gain strength before the next winter approaches. Predators are also raising their own young, creating constant pressure on prey species. This delicate balance between new life and the ever-present threat of predation is a fundamental aspect of Yellowstone's ecosystem. Spring is not just a beautiful season, it is a critical period that shapes the future populations of the park's diverse wildlife. The park's resources, though plentiful in spring and summer, are finite. Section 5. Ancient Herds, New Pastures, the Bison's Spring Journey. The American bison, an iconic symbol of the Wild West, embodies the spirit of Yellowstone. As spring unfolds, these magnificent creatures undertake important seasonal movements. With the snows melting, they are drawn to lower elevation valleys and grasslands. Here, the first green shoots of grass provide much-needed sustenance. In spring, bison shed their heavy winter coats. Spring is also calving season for the bison. The reddish-brown calves, often called red dogs, are a delightful sight. The sight of hundreds of bison with their young is a powerful testament to the species' successful conservation in Yellowstone. The bison's grazing patterns play an important role in shaping the grasslands. Their spring rituals are a fundamental part of the park's natural processes, a living link to its wild past. Section 6. Giants Awake. Bears emerge from winter's embrace. The emergence of bears from their winter dens is a defining event of Yellowstone's spring. Both grizzly bears and black bears have spent months in a state of hibernation. During this time, their metabolism slows dramatically, and they live off stored fat reserves. As the warmth of spring penetrates the earth, they begin to stir. Male bears or boars are typically the first to emerge. They are followed by solitary females and then females with cubs born during the winter. This awakening is driven by an urgent need, hunger. Upon leaving their dens, bears are often lean and very hungry. Their primary focus is finding food to replenish their depleted energy stores. In early spring, food can still be scarce. They may scavenge for winter-killed carcasses of elk or bison. Bears have an incredible sense of smell, which helps them locate these carcasses from great distances. They also dig for roots, tubers, and overwintering berries. The new shoots of grasses and sedges are also consumed, providing some initial nourishment. Mother bears with new cubs face a particularly challenging time. The cubs, small and vulnerable, rely entirely on their mother for food and protection. Section 7. Waters Unbound. Aquatic life surges in spring. Yellowstone's rivers, streams, and lakes undergo a dramatic transformation in spring. The thick ice that has covered them for months begins to break apart. The sound of cracking ice and rushing water fills the air. This liberation of water signals a resurgence of aquatic life. Fish, amphibians, and insects which have been dormant or less active during winter respond to the warming temperatures and increased flow. One of the most significant aquatic events in spring is the spawning migration of native cutthroat trout. These fish, a keystone species in Yellowstone Lake and its tributaries, begin to move upstream. They seek out shallow, gravelly areas to lay their eggs. The spawning trout provide an important food source for various predators, including bears, ospreys, and otters. Amphibians also become active as the waters warm. Chorus frogs and spotted frogs emerge from their winter dormancy. Their calls can be heard around ponds and wetlands, particularly in the evenings. Yellowstone's aquatic ecosystems, reawakened by spring, are teeming with life, from the smallest insect to the largest trout. Section 8. The Verdant Transformation. Flora fuels the awakening. The awakening of Yellowstone's wildlife in spring is inextricably linked to the transformation of its plant life. As the snow melts and temperatures rise, a wave of green sweeps across the landscape. This verdant carpet is not just beautiful, it is the foundation of the food web. The first plants to emerge are often small, hardy wildflowers. Species like spring beauties and glacier lilies push through the cold soil, their delicate blooms adding splashes of color to the still dormant land. Following the wildflowers, new grasses and sedges begin to sprout. These tender green shoots are rich in nutrients, eagerly sought by grazing animals like elk, bison, and deer. The timing of this green-up is critical. The park's varied elevations mean that this wave of green progresses upwards, from valleys to mountain slopes, throughout the spring. The trees and shrubs of Yellowstone also respond to spring's call. Aspen groves begin to show a faint green haze as their leaves unfurl. The flora's dramatic transformation fuels the entire ecosystem, underpinning the spectacular revival of wildlife that defines Yellowstone in springtime. Section 9. A Realm of Wonder. Preserving Yellowstone's springtime legacy. As spring unfolds in Yellowstone, it reveals a world of breathtaking beauty and intricate connections. We have witnessed the land transform from a frozen slumber to a vibrant tapestry of life. Mammals, from the mighty bison to the smallest squirrel, re-emerge with renewed vigor. Migratory birds undertake epic journeys to grace the park with their songs and colors. New life abounds, as calves, cubs, and chicks take their first steps in this remarkable wilderness. The entire ecosystem pulses with an energy that is both powerful and delicate. The unique features of Yellowstone, its geothermal wonders, vast forests, and pristine waterways all play a crucial role. They create a mosaic of habitats that support an incredible diversity of species. Spring highlights the perfect synchronicity of this natural system. The melting snows feed the rivers, which nourish the land. The emerging plants provide food for the animals, which in turn shape the landscape. By protecting this realm of wonder, we ensure that future generations can also witness its magic.